What's going on, guys? DB Bray from the Ooh Wee Chronicles. And thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching this on rerun, I have to tell you about this card that I got. And it's basically from Mobilo, who's going to be they're basically a company that allows you to update your contact information into an electronic business card. So if you don't have one of those, go to my link in my bio, and you can go ahead and order one, and you can get them for $8, which is the regular standard one, or you can get a custom made one. And I see Mother and Stan are on here. Y'all need to get these. These is just tap and go. This makes your hustle tap and go. Just tap a phone and it gets uploaded, man. I'm telling you, it's the stuff. It is the stuff. So, anyway, the new Ray Robinson will be on here shortly, and looking forward to him coming on the show. Lots and lots going on with the Chronicles, man. So, we're off tomorrow night. Yeah, those are digital cards, man. So, basically, you just go to my link in my bio, and it pulls up. And basically, they use a new cutting-edge technology that allows them to tap the business card on somebody's phone, and it uploads all your stuff, all your books, all your videos, everything. It links everything to it. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, everything you need. I got you. So basically, you just jump on the link, click it, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about them. So you can get one for $8, or you can get one for, I think it's $39, custom made. And yeah, so that's an awesome thing. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ray Robinson. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Snap. What's up, champ?
not much.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
You been training?
Yeah, just getting done.
Do you need a sparring partner? I can kind of hold somebody up.
I wonder. I know.
Nah, you hit like a fucking freight train, brother.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So welcome to the Ooh Wee Chronicles.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Big Ray. In my opinion, you beat Josh Kelly, but that's my opinion. I'm not saying anything, but I know you whooped on that ass a little bit. I know you caught it. You caught him a few times, stumbling and mumbling.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that I beat Josh Kelly and the #1 guy in the world, Kai Velasquez, also.
Yeah, I saw both fights, and you bang like I had never seen anybody hit like that.
Thanks, man.
Southpaw and all. So I want to try my enunciating voice because I'm a writer. I don't get to very much talk. So fighting out of the yellow corner with the blue trunks, the new Ray Robinson. Is that good?
Yeah, that was decent, man.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was decent.
All right, I'm gonna give it some more try. It's about as far into boxing as I'm going to get. Ray, the people that are tuning in are going to wonder some questions about you. Are you ready for the 11 rapid fire ooh wee questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Ray. Careful, they get harder as they go along.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Favorite flower?
Let's go with a tulip.
Tulip.
Yeah.
Tulip. Okay. Favorite musician, Ray?
That's my wife. No, she's like Daisy.
Your wife's their favorite musician?
Lilies. There we go. Let's go with Lilies on that one.
I think you struggled. All right. Favorite musician, Ray?
Oh man, you got me stuck on the second one. Jeez.
Yeah, somebody got stuck on the first, so don't feel bad. We'll move past that, Ray. We'll move past that. Favorite vacation spot, Ray?
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Favorite car, Ray? Not the one you're driving, but what would it
Oh,
be?
I like a Range Rover.
A Range Rover. Okay, a Range Rover. Where's your favorite spot in Philadelphia?
Uh, like around anywhere in City Hall. I like.
City Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. All
One of
right.
my favorite spots to eat is Del Frisco, so I go there.
Okay. Well, when I come up to Philly, we'll go and hang out at Del Frisco. Is that a French restaurant?
No, it's a steak restaurant. It's really, really good.
Well, then what's your favorite food, Ray?
I love seafood. Steak and seafood is my favorite.
I already know the question you're asking, and the answer is no. He is not related to Sugar Ray Robinson. Different weight class, different fight style. We'll get into that. Favorite movie?
Uh, any movie Denzel Washington play in.
Good.
I'm a big Denzel fan. I like
Excellent.
it.
Excellent. Now, here's a question. Because you're a boxer, you're known to do a little bit of the Donnybrook fisticuffs for a living. That's what you do. You punish folk that feel like they can step into a ring. Now,
Yeah.
my question to you is, if Captain America owed you $5,000, would you turn his pockets out, Ray, Southpaw style?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I would have to, but my son would be very sad. My son loved Captain America.
That's okay. We can just give him another person to play the part. Chris Evans
There we
owes me
go.
money, and he's fitting to give me my money.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite spot to box?
Uh, like gym wise.
Anywhere. Where you want to box?
Where would I want to fight at again? Well, I went to Australia and I really liked it down there. I loved it, and I sparred Jeff Horn. I was in
Mm-hmm.
the game for a while. Uh, me, my wife, we really like it down there.
Okay. Excellent. Hope to get there someday.
Yeah,
I actually, the Chronicles have debuted in Perth, Australia, so we have reached that continent
yeah,
after 50 days. Imagine what I'm going to be doing next year, Ray.
yeah.
Okay, kids' feelings aside on this question, this is a question for the new Ray Robinson.
Okay.
Would you save Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny?
Prayer Santa.
You'd probably save Santa.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. If you could climb Mount Everest, besides your mother, who would you bring to the top of the mountain? Now, before you answer, there are man-eating goats on this mountain. Man-eating goats. My choice is the Ray Robinson. I'm taking you to punch a goat in the mouth.
Oh,
So,
man. Uh, I bring my wife. She know how to rumble. She box. Listen, we're a hell of a team.
hell of a team. Okay. My wife wouldn't know. I ran out when there was coyotes yelling in the woods, let alone some man-eating goat on a mountain. Batman or Robin, Ray?
Batman, definitely.
Batman. What's your favorite drink, Ray?
I love water. It sounds so corny, but I am. My wife always like laugh at me. That's all I drink is water. I love water.
It was an alcohol question, Ray.
Um,
But that would be my answer too. So we're good. We're moving
yeah.
on. If you did have a cocktail, where would it be in Philadelphia?
Um, like I said, one of the good places that sell even good cocktails is Del Frisco's. They have a drink called VIP there that tastes really delicious. They like fuse the pineapples and let it sit there for a while, so it's pretty good there.
Hmm. And if you and the wife were to go to a party, who would be carrying who out of the bar? Inquiring minds want to know, Ray.
Yeah, we probably be both carrying each other.
China the writer is the only other one that has said that, with Bishan the author, because they don't drink. They'd leave together. So, you have survived the 11 rapid fire week questions. The new Ray Robinson. Come on down, Ray. Okay. So, let's get into it, shall we? Okay. You have one of the most heartbreaking documentaries you can watch on my bio link. You have gone from rags to riches. You have gone from the you've gone from the defeated to the undefeatable. You have lost 3 times in your whole career. You have knocked out more people than I know. You have put them on the canvas in ways that I had only hoped to ever watch in a movie. Someone told me today that I was emotionally unstable for writing Blood and Whiskey. Sir, I have to see, what is it like when your fist connects to a jaw of man that you don't have any beef with? You just happen to be in there fighting for money. And his whole body shifts when the southpaw hits it. What is that feeling like, Ray?
It's a good feeling, to be honest. You it is, man.
I can hear the dollars in my ear going off.
Yeah, man, it's a good feeling though, man. You see someone with so much life, and they pumped up, and then you hit them with a good shot, and then there's no more. So I mean, that's something you train for. That's something I enjoy. Is making that happen. So definitely a thing that I love.
First fight that you ever had outside the ring. Mine was 8th grade on a bus with a woman that was, a girl that was beating me up, and I lost. What
Oh
was
man.
you? What was yours, Ray?
First fight. I'm sure I probably was like 8 or something. I'm sure. Probably at the park playing. Somebody tried to bully me. I was a skinny kid, super skinny.
Well, Ray, you're not exactly obese today either.
But I was like 65 pounds. I was like little. So
Yes. Did you win, Ray?
yes.
You won. Okay. So, Ray, what made you want to get into boxing?
I think I just fell in love with it. I tried every sport, and I fell in love with the science part of it. And it wasn't the hitting part. I didn't, I thought the hitting part was, oh, cool, I can hit someone and not get in trouble. But it was more of me making someone miss, knowing that they want to hit me and they couldn't. So I always loved that part of the boxing is the science part, hit and not get hit.
The one thing that I find very interesting in your career is that you are fighting guys that are somewhat 12 to 13 years younger than you are and beating the tar off of them.
Yeah, well, I think that just comes with. I'm at a point in my career now that a lot of these younger guys are trying to use me as stepping stones, right? To put my name on their resume for them to say they beat me so they can get a bigger fight, things like that. So I think the last 2 fights was like that. So I mean, it's good. It worked out, I think, in my favor. I think I won my last 2 fights, and I know the last guy was super young, Josh Kelly, and
And you beat him, Ray.
I thought, yeah, I really did. I thought I
Yeah.
beat him too, and it's one of them things that it comes with, depending on how long you've been in the game and where I'm at in my career right now. And it's these guys think they can beat up on a older fighter. They younger, faster. They think things like that. So you basically just gotta put them in their place.
One thing I think Josh Kelly found out, Ray, is when a southpaw with a 76-inch reach hits you in the chin and your knees look like they are about to fall off and the bell rings. The question I have for you is, maybe he had some kind of marionette thing behind him to keep him standing? Because that one hit around the 7th or 8th round, I thought he was done. Like, I really looked at him and went, what the hell just happened?
Well, that kid got a lot of experience. He went to the Olympics. Uh, So he definitely got a lot of experience. So
Yep.
he definitely know how to survive, and we knew that coming in there. So, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a cakewalk. So we was ready for anything.
And I know you did a really excellent job in that fight, Ray. And if anybody wants to watch it, it's on YouTube. You can watch Ray's fight, and you can make the decision for yourself. 95-95 split, but I really feel it should have been a 96-95.
Thanks.
You were landing some punches that I didn't think could be landed. And I'll tell you, for a 34-year-old, you were moving.
Thanks.
You were ducking and weaving. I didn't know what the hell was going on. You moved so fast to one side, my head snapped, and I'm not even in the fight. So you have come from one of probably the worst background stories that I have ever heard. You want to get into that a little bit? What really, so people can go watch the documentary, get the full view of the new Ray Robinson.
No, I grew up, rough. I grew up. My mom had 7 kids. So I grew up basically, living in a shelter, and my mom kept us all together. Me and my brother sharing cots together, and when I was like super young, my father, that is a terrible person, wound up throwing me down the steps, broke both of my legs, and then come to later on in my life, wound up finding that my neck was also broke, but the bone in my neck was broke off, and the doctors, I guess, was worried about the 2 legs that was broke. I don't think that they checked for with my neck and things like that. And I got brung up in a body cast, so I basically didn't even crawl. I just went straight to walking after the body cast came off. Basically, they helped me with that. But that was basically it, man. But me having my neck surgery, they took a bone from my hip and put it in my neck. They fused that, and I had to basically learn how to do everything all over again. The doctors were shocked that they said I could even got paralyzed by horse playing, let alone boxing. So that was one of the things that like God was looking over me and had a plan for me. And I know when I first got back to boxing, my coach or my mom, they didn't want me to box. But that was one of the things. I'm like, if God looked over me and I didn't get hurt, then this is what I belong to be doing, is boxing. If you can't do what you love, then what's the point of living? So it's one of the things that I absolutely love boxing, and it's one of the things that made me tougher though. I grew up rough and hard, but I honestly I wouldn't change it for the world. I like that experience of it. I think that it actually helps me out in boxing because if I can withstand all that happened to me, then I can, basically go through anything with the fighting and all that. So I definitely had, my back was against the wall, but I think, it worked out for me towards the end. As they say, if you was born poor, it's not your fault, but if you die poor, it is. So just gotta keep hustling, and it don't matter how you your upbringing was.
Well said, Ray. Well said. Um, the thing I respect most about you is you definitely could have quit
Yeah.
numerous times in your career, at least 3 that I know of. Um, in your opinion, um, do you see the boxing that you were doing back then? I know you've gotten better because I've seen your fights, as they've progressed. You definitely could have a negative outlook on life, without a doubt,
Yeah.
but you don't. You have one of the most positive messages I've run across. I found you accidentally on someone's live, which was a blessing. And you've been gracious enough to come on the show. I know you're extremely busy. I know you are extremely busy with training. Let's go Rocky, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you run the steps and done the dance?
Uh, I'm not a big. I'm not. This is gonna sound so bad, but I'm not like a huge fan of Rocky. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, I'm sure I ran the steps just to run it to say I did it. I guess.
Could we
But
run them together, Ray?
huh?
Could we run them together?
Yes, you gotta come to Philly, man. I'll take you there.
I was
Take
there
you to
last summer.
those in the Rocky Steps.
I was there last summer. Look, I smoke 3 packs a day. All right,
Um,
Ray.
oh,
So
you can get up the steps though. I
can
believe.
you carry me?
Oh man,
Can like firemen carry me?
yeah, you run halfway and I carry the rest.
Quarter of the way, Ray. You're pushing it with a half. If we get into a bar brawl, I hope we have Stan, my
Yeah,
buddy out in LA, because I'm gonna flip over the table and I'm gonna hide. So really, that's my fighting expertise.
yeah.
Just to let you know. Um, so Rocky goes up these steps. Ray Robinson runs these steps. Where else are you drinking 7 egg yolks a day?
No, I actually never tried that. Never did that. I think that's insane. And
Rocky,
Rocky is a movie.
it's nasty. I couldn't eat 1 egg, let alone
Yeah,
7.
I can. Yeah, I need my eggs well done anyway. I don't even like runny eggs, let alone eggs that's.
Ray, do you love this behind me? It is my King of the North thing.
Yeah, man, it's like a meat. Yeah, I like it, man. It's
It,
like
it
fancy.
it's fake goat fur. Faux goat is what it's called.
Man, you didn't even have to tell nobody it was fake. You could have just been rocking the fur, man. You look like you over there
If
bossing
anybody
up.
is on this live, they know I ain't trying to front on nothing at all. So, Ray Robinson, I've done the announcement. I have introduced the new Ray Robinson. I'm not as impressive as the other guy. Have you met that guy?
What, the announcer?
Yeah, the guy that's so famous.
Oh, you no, I don't know. You talking about let's get ready to rumble guy?
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, I never did. Nope.
Well, there's time yet. There's time yet.
Yes.
So, COVID has definitely postponed boxing for the time being. Are you getting a fight sometime soon in the East Coast area, do you think?
I'm not sure right now. Like you said, it kind of put a damper on things. So right now, you just gotta just basically wait, be patient, and it's one of them things that you just gotta just wait your turn. So that's all I'm doing, just waiting my turn and staying ready. So
I'll tell you, I love it when you fight because there's no bravado. You step out of a corner. There is no mean mugging. It's just like, hey, I'm here. You're here. Prepare for battle. And if you watch how you box, it's a little bit different. Now, I think Josh Kelly was a little out of line with his trash talk prior to the match.
yeah,
And personally, you gonna get an ass whipping acting like that. You can be cocky, you can be arrogant. It's all about bravado. I get it. But Ray, when you step out into the ring, I focused. I paused the YouTube and looked into your eyes. Ray, the Ray I know wasn't there.
yeah,
He wasn't there. It was nowhere to be found. My friend was not there. I was like, oh shit. Because if I look at that guy in the pub, I'm going to go, oh God. So, is there a mentality you get in on that, Ray?
oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody that knows me knows that I smile all the time. I'm a happy guy and things like that. But yeah, you definitely transform into something else, right? I mean that smile and all that goes out the window, and when we fight, we are risking our life, and everyone want to go make sure they go back home to their family. So yeah, I definitely when I go step in there, I'm in a whole different person. Even leading up to the week of the fight, I'm a different person. I feel like. When you get it's just a switch you turn on. Even in training mode, you know everything is different. Like me training now is totally different from got a fight coming up. I got a name, and I make sure I do my homework. Everything is a job. Studying this guy, me being obsessed with him and learning, everything about him, his flaws, what he good at, what he not good at, things like that. So yeah, when a week before the fight, even my wife tell me all the time, like, oh, I act different, and I think the night of the fight, you definitely is a different person. So yeah, I'm sure that when you look at any fighter in the eyes, that yeah, you're a different person. Definitely not the same person. Um, a couple weeks or a couple months away. Definitely a different person.
Yeah, I noticed that the Ray I enjoyed talking to was not there in the Josh Kelly fight.
Yeah.
And I think that there was a point to prove in that fight. I think there was a point to say, okay, you can talk all that trash, son, but you about to get spanked.
Yeah. To be honest, though, every fight I'm like that. Though I take every fight super serious, and I mean, he could have talked trash, not talk trash. I'm still gonna do what I have to do and perform how I gotta perform. So I mean, sure, did he help me out a little bit to, if I didn't feel like running that extra mile or whatever like that, then yeah, they give me, that extra push to, I want to shut him up and things like that. But either way, I'm going in there and doing what I have to do, and that's, trying to knock my head off.
Right, the way you're so peaceful about it, it's like, meh. I mean, you think about knocking somebody's head off like I think about smoking a cigarette. I mean, it's second nature to you. Like, you're not even, it's like breathing. You're just like, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
So
well, that's what I get paid for.
you're credited with over 30 fights. Your winning percentage is unbelievably good. High 20s of technical knockouts. Who was the hardest fighter you ever fought?
Um, there was this one kid that was, in the, I think he was 25-0. I think I was fighting him for the NABO title, and I'm pretty sure he was Russian, and he was just a machine, man. He definitely made me earn that paycheck that night. But he definitely made me feel like he made me even step up to be a better fighter, and I think that I'm even a better fighter because of it. You got these fighters now, they try to take less fights. I'm an old school type of fighter. I want to fight the tough fights so you can bring the dog out me and bring the best out of me. So I actually don't mind tough fights. I feel like I had tough fights my whole career, and that's the thing that I think I got the upper hand on these other fighters that I never have really had easy fights like these young guys got now. So.
Have you been hurt in a fight?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I got dropped a couple times. I got wobbled. Yeah. So I mean, that comes with fighting. Just like if you're a football player, eventually you're gonna get popped. Eventually you're gonna get tackled. It's something that comes with it, and something I prepare for. I already know that it can happen, and that's the thing that I was just telling you about how your brain, goes to becoming a different person. That's a possibility that you might get hurt, you might get dropped, and you actually might not, go back to your family. So that's one of the things that you just, willing to risk it all, and that's why every time I fight, I'm always all in.
Yeah, you're not half-assing. If you go
Yeah,
and Google you on YouTube, there is no half-ass throwing fights together. I mean,
yeah,
you are a hitting machine. I mean, it reminded me of what's that guy that was a rapid fire Pacquiao.
yeah,
I mean, you just light people to. I was like, yo, like give him a breather, Ray. And you're just saying dot 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 dot. I was like, it's a machine gun going on here.
yeah. I try anyway, man. I always, someone might be more talented than me, and all that, but I always feel in my head that no one will outwork me. So I try to, put myself to that standard of constantly working hard or constantly going. Even if I'm tired, I'll just go to the next level.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. And for those of you just tuning in, this is the new Ray Robinson. You can go to my bio and watch his documentary. It's right at the top. It is a story of rags to riches, man. I mean, and the positive message that he brings the world is needed right now. The light at the end of the tunnel. So let's ask some personal questions here, Ray. Max weight benched.
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even sure. I haven't did weights in a while, but when I'm in fight mode and things like that, I can pretty get up there. So uh I'm pretty strong on that.
I got the bar off in high school, Ray.
Hey,
Does
you
that
can get
count?
credit, man.
That's 40 pounds, Ray. 40 pounds. All
One,
right. I'm just saying, if you ever wanted to get into the WW kickboxing thing, I'm not the partner you want, Ray.
yeah,
I don't think we're going to win. You good, Ray?
yeah.
There you go. All right. So, let's see. Most weights. So, how many miles a day are you running, Ray?
Um, it depends. If it's my like light day, I do just 3 miles every day. I say a couple weeks ago, I did do something I always wanted to do. I ran 10 miles, so I was happy about that. And that's something I always wanted to do. So,
Congratulations, Ray. You know you're in a car, right? I mean, you could drive 10 miles.
uh, but that's one of the things I always wanted to do. So it was like a cool thing to say I did. So
Was it like a Rocky-esque moment where you kind of raised your hands in the air and like jumped at the end of the 10 miles?
no, I ain't that corny.
Okay, I would have celebrated. Personally, I would have celebrated, Ray.
I was happy though. I was happy.
So, the last fight was Josh Kelly, or was there a fight after Josh?
Nope, it was Josh Kelly the last fight.
Okay. So you've been training for how long now?
I just trying to stay ready or stay in shape somewhat or keep my weight under control. The whole shutdown thing, and everyone stay in the house kind of can catch up to you with eating and not be able to work out, things like that. So I try to do something.
Right, absolutely. Do you think that, in your opinion, that this COVID thing is going to pass sooner than later? Because they're not going to put people in the stands for a boxing match if they're 6 feet.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even sure. I think it's going to spike back up. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I know certain places shutting back down, so you just honestly don't know. So I'm not sure.
Right. So, what was your favorite fight you ever had?
Uh, I thought it was cool for me to fight at Madison Square Garden. That's obviously like a big deal in boxing is to fight there. So I thought it was cool fighting at Madison Square Garden.
Okay, and you fought pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you think, in your opinion, that the way that boxing is going, that the younger kids are just finding it more easy to go after a ready-made fighter that's already built his reputation off of hard work and not fighting fighters that are getting into their mid-30s? Do you think that's the new way of doing business?
I honestly think it's just more politics more than anything. I just think that I guess the manager or the promoter, invested money in these younger fighters, and they don't want to get have them kids get a loss on their record. So I feel like that's like the new thing to do. Um, so yeah, I think that is it's like the normal now. And then they build their record up to a certain amount, and then they get and when you look at on paper, it sounds good. A fighter is 20-0 or 30-0. It looks good, but you go find out who they fought, and then they actually didn't fight nobody. So I mean,
They
that's like
fought me.
yeah, a lot of
That's
hot
not a
dogs.
win.
Yeah,
And it
so,
also doesn't tell how long the match was either.
yeah, exactly. So
You knock somebody out in the first 8 seconds that's, a 12-year-old, you get
yeah,
that as a W. But I think, researching your stuff, you have fought every nationality under the sun.
yeah. Well, yeah, I fought some tough, definitely fought some tough fighters. Definitely didn't have it easy coming up. As even as a young fighter, I just feel as though I always fought tough fighters. So
And how
always
could you find tough fighters, Ray?
just not turning down fights. When someone asks to fight, I just tie my boots up, lace up my gloves, and ready to go. So it just it's really not that many fighters like that now. Because even if they do, I mean, I'm not going to put it all on the fighters. Even if they want to fight, sometimes the promoter is not is going to have it. Like I said before, they invested money in these guys and just trying to save them.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they don't get hurt or they don't get knocked out. How many titles have you won, Ray?
I believe 5.
That is the correct answer, Ray.
Yeah.
What are you fighting at currently? Is it welterweight or are you bumping up to middleweight?
I mean, actually, I can do both, man. I can do welterweight or move up to 154. I mean, any opportunity to come at 47 or 54, I'm willing to do it. I think I'm tall enough and big enough to fight 54, so that'd be, pretty awesome to um to do that.
Is Jeff Horn? Um,
That's my son. He's excited to see us.
hey, hey, he's happy to see you, Ray. I get it. Hey, all right, Ray. Yeah, all right. So, um, so if you were fighting some up and coming young person, what are you looking for in that fight? I mean, is your manager and you having a conversation to say, hey, I think we need to do this, or I think we don't need to take this fight?
um, the I mean, we looking obviously right now. We looking for someone with a good name. Like I said, I know a lot of people is trying to use me as a stepping stone. So I mean, we got to make sure the money's right and things like that.
Right, that's part of that business.
And this is it right here.
Woo! Counted 5, baby. Damn, I told you I did my research, Ray. I did my research. So, um, I can't even imagine what it's like to hold one, let alone 5.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, man. It's a cool thing to fight for them belts and have them, but when you get older, them belts don't mean nothing. They can't help you eat. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah,
so I take a good payday over fighting for a title.
sure, sure. And when you get into the politics of boxing, you've talked about those things. I'd like to concentrate the rest of this interview on that. Um, there are some pretty underhanded promoters out there, man. They're not looking out for the fighter; they are looking out for their own pocket. Have you dealt with those type of individuals in your career?
Yeah, 1,000%. I've been in this boxing game for a while now, so yeah, you run into them type of guys, and yeah, they just use fighters that as a workhorse, and I mean at the end of the day, they use you, and you just gotta make sure you use them back. I mean, ain't no friendship in this game. I mean, when they first want you, obviously they treat you like you're the best friend, but at the end of the day, it's no friends, and you learn. I learned that the hard way, but I mean at the end of the day, it's no friendships, it's no friends. So you gotta same way they use you, you use them.
So, what are you looking for in a promoter?
No, at the end of the day, with a fighter, when they're dealing with a manager or a promoter, you want them to just have your back and have your best interests. Is at the end, you know what I'm saying? So, like I told you before, you still gotta feed your family. You don't want to get basically dicked around. So you want to make sure the fight is worth your while. Just as you want to risk your life, you make sure it's worth it.
Do you think being boxers like Muhammad Ali hit in the head umpteen times, do you think that this potentially causes a dementia based problem?
I just think boxing was different back then. I think they had like smaller gloves and they used different type of things in the gloves, and you know, um, Muhammad Ali did the rope a dope and things like that. But I mean, it basically anything you do in life is something out of it ain't healthy. I mean, you can go to work and get hit by a car or get shot. I mean, like I said, and that's what I meant by doing something you love. I mean, life is short, and we obviously lost a lot of fighters last year. So yeah, it's one of them things. But I mean, them guys was going with their dream of becoming the world champion or just striving to become that, be their family. So I mean, if I just think it's different times, to be honest. But it is some things that happened last year. But I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know that question. I'm not sure. Like I said, I think everything you do is a risk at life.
Right. I mean, you can get in a car accident and get CTE.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah. So anything you do. So I mean, I can't just stay in my house and live under a bubble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I do something, going to make a living, and is obviously a risk at certain things that can happen to you. Then, I mean, I'm sure I know that them things can happen, and I'm still willing to climb through the ropes. Then
keep
because
it grinding.
yeah,
But I guess at the end of the day, for you, is the juice worth the squeeze? That's the
yeah, exactly.
man.
So
I'm
that's
I'm
exactly
6 years older than you are, Ray. There is no fucking way on God's green earth I would
yeah.
climb into a ring.
Everyone is put on this earth to do different things.
I'm put on it to write and to entertain.
But
I am not put on it to punch another man in the face because I'm going to run. As soon as I
yeah,
sucker punch him, I'm running like a bastard. Don't put no money on me, Ray.
that's funny.
Don't put no money on me now. So you have fought, what are some of your favorite fighters?
Um, I love all the old school fighters. Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Thomas Hearns. I got the Floyd Mayweather's. Got one of my teammates named Jerron Ennis, named Boots. One of my favorite fighters. You got Julian Williams. You got these guys from Philly that I'm big fans of. So yeah, I mean, I'm always doing my homework. If stealing ideas or I see something they do, I'll take a little bit and try to make it my own. So
Have you been teaching your son to box?
I don't think he's constantly in the gym, so I don't even have to teach him. He see things. He's like a sponge now, man. So he see things, he pick it up on it, he try it. So yeah, he kind of doing his own thing and see what he likes. So I don't push nothing up on him. If you want to do it, great. If not, oh well.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Anyway, man, I don't even know if I even want him to do it, but I mean, if you want to, he can. So
And Ray, Josh the boxer said hello.
hey,
All right, big bro. There we go. So that's how we do it. That's how we do it, Ray. So, Ray, if you could fight anybody right now, currently in the game, who would be top pick for you to fight?
Crawford, Terrence Crawford is one of the guys I want to fight. Not only that, he's a good fighter and he's a world champ, but I also beat him in the amateurs. So I want us to run it back and see what happens.
Excellent, excellent. Are you in touch with his camp, or is that
Yeah, but it's one of them things, the politic thing. Like I told you, I beat Kavalauskas. That was the number one guy. It was a draw, and the winner was supposed to fight Crawford, but obviously it was no winner. It was a draw, but somehow Kavalauskas got his shot at the title. So one of them things again. So
did Kafalas? Did he get his ass whipped though?
yeah. Crawford beat him.
Okay, well, you know, God works in mysterious ways. So, if you could, do you watch female boxing?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm just a fan of the sport. Period. So yeah, like I told you, my wife she boxes. So yeah, I watch female boxing, any contact sport basically. So
Yeah, that's definitely a contact sport.
yeah,
Ray, I have to ask you a question. If you were in Massanutten, which is a vacation spot in the Virginian mountains,
yeah.
and you happen to not have your hearing aids in, and you happen to be in the woods with your wife, and you happen to hear a coyote howl 3 times, and she lies to you that there isn't a coyote, and you run away down this path, and you leave her there, would you do that, Ray Robinson, the infamous boxer, or would
Was
you fight the
damn,
coyote?
and she lied to me and said it wasn't none down there. Yeah, I mean, she obviously got faith in herself.
You better
I got
run. You better run.
yeah,
I knocked some very nice plants and trees over, Ray. No shame in my game.
yeah,
So, you're still in Philly or in the area?
yeah,
Is your mom still in Philly? I love your mom.
yeah.
I love your mom. I want to meet your mom.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she is. I really like her. So the documentary, was that your idea, or did somebody come to you with that idea?
Uh, it was the guy. He came to me with it. I told him my story about my life and things like that, and he ran with it, and he did a hell of a job. And so yeah.
I know you ain't in the old neighborhood because you got birds and shit chirping in your ear. There ain't no birds chirping in that part of North
Oh,
Philly.
you funny, man.
I'm just saying, I've been there.
Yeah.
I drove a Charger through the cobblestone streets and then got yelled at because I didn't order my cheesesteak fast enough
Oh man.
in the tourist spot. So I won't be going back there.
Yeah.
So you know, you got Instagram. Are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. And you're mostly doing really positive stuff. So, what are some of the things that people need to know about you that they may not know? Like, where can they find you? Are you in a certain boxing gym area where they can come and train under the same people you train under in the Philadelphia area?
Yeah, I'm at a gym that I train people at too, also
Okay.
called Keystone in Bristol. So, but anyone can always DM me if they want questions and things like that. If they around the area, if they want to, get some lessons. So I'm always free.
Okay. So you're teaching out of Keystone in Bristol.
Yup, in boxing. Yup.
Okay. What is that? A fucking herring? What do you
No,
got in the background, Ray?
oh, what, that bird?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's a
I,
bird.
I don't mess with that wildlife shit, Ray.
I
We've
guess
been off the porch by now.
it's a nice sunny day, so I guess they appreciate the weather.
I guess. I had a rat charge me during somebody's live,
Yeah.
and you know where I'm living. Anyway, moving on. So, you know, I just can't get over the fact that, you're such a friendly, laughable, affable kind of guy. And then when the bell rings for the first round, Ray, there is no Ray Robinson I know in that face. It is
Yeah.
pure
Yeah.
business. What's
So,
going through your head when you're dancing around that ring?
it's work time. It's just simple. Work time. I know, I got and just go in there and handle business. So
You're not in there to handle a business card out.
nah.
No, no. So, do you have a particular brand
I'm
of gloves
the
that
fighter I just said that I look up to and is a great fighter, Jerron Ennis. He just joined.
Okay,
I'm telling you, that was him. One of the fighters I said, I look up to, and he's the real deal. So
awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll reach out to him as well. So, what are with boxing gloves? I don't know anything about the sport. Okay, I watched. The last time I watched is when Peter McNeely got knocked out in like 6 seconds, and when the Irishman went down, that was the last time I ever watched a boxing match.
Oh man.
Um, so, in your opinion, do you see the gloves have gone with technology after the last 20 years, or is it pretty much the same that you came up boxing with? Is there better padding? These types
No,
of
yeah,
things?
definitely. Yeah, they definitely. It's always something new coming out. It's always new pair of gloves and things like that. And you got the Grants, and you got Everlast. So yeah, it's always they're always doing something that's trying to even be better for the fighter's safety, even protecting their hands and things like that. So
So why in amateur boxing are you helmeted up, and then in the pro ring with you, you're not helmeted at all?
I think now I think certain amateurs, if you reach a certain level, I think you don't do headgear or something no more too. So I'm not even sure about that.
Did you
So
ever wear headgear, Ray?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
As an amateur, yeah.
Because some of those people that you've hit have been knocked out almost immediately. I don't remember the fight, but there was a left hook you caught that guy with, and his whole body just shuddered, and he was done.
Um,
I mean, and I was like, "Oh, Ray!" I jumped up. My wife was like, "What's the matter?" I was like, "Ray just knocked him out." And she's
thanks,
like,
man.
"What are you watching?"
Uh,
So, I'm a big Ray Robinson fan. So, do you ever do signings, like go out there and do signings for kids that are looking to meet you and those type things?
yeah. Well, my daughter always my daughter always do it's like career day. So I always bring like my belts there and talk to the kids. So it's always cool.
That's awesome. And you got
Yeah.
five belts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, listen, my phone is dying.
I got you. We're almost out of time, Ray.
All right.
But
So I'm going to hang up on you guys.
all right, I got you. Enjoy your
All right.
night. I'll give you a call.
All right. Thanks, champ.
All right, brother.
All right. See ya.
Later. All right, guys, that was the new Ray Robinson. Unfortunately, his phone just died, but we are finishing the Chronicles for the evening. Remember, you know, there's a lot popping on the Chronicles. If you want to come on the show, go to the contact page, hit me up, get on the contact form, and I promise you, we will get you on the show. If you are an independent writer, creative, anything you want to be, you are welcome on the Chronicles. If sometimes you just want to talk about life, feel free to come on and talk to me. It's all good. So I'm going to log off here on this live, but you have tuned in to the Ooh Wee Chronicles, and that was the new Ray Robinson. Check him out. His link is in my bio, and go watch his video. 22 minutes, and if you have not cried by the end of that video and then felt relief, maybe you need to be written into Blood and Whiskey. So, this is D. Bray, the writer. I'm signing off. I'll be on again Wednesday night.